7th of July 2023. In this news flash, I'm going to talk about two things that are really near and dear to my heart. And actually both are fairly dangerous topics. But I've just made a decision that we need to talk about these things, because the longer and the more we dodge the topic, the more evil is done. And people that follow my channel are fully aware of what my personal feelings is towards that coke-sniffing Zazi sitting in Kiev, and my general opinion of Ukraine. It is a viper's pit. The evil that has been done there, most people in the West will pass out if they really know. I am sitting with material that was sent to me by people, reputable people, but I dare not publish it because it is too dangerous for me to publish those things. But we need to really, if you are a decent person, and you also happen to be a Christian, you really need to take a good look in the mirror and think carefully about your opinion of Ukraine and of Putin. You have to re-evaluate that. The evil that is going on in Ukraine, the West allowed it to go by. And people in the West, important, high-ranking people in the West, are participating in some of the things that normal people, like, I don't even want to say like you and me, normal people, decent people, will never associate themselves with things like that. But this is the world that we live in. We, the people, have been programmed and conditioned according to the instructions of the XXX. And unfortunately, innocent children is suffering. Listen to this. And the only reason why I decided to publish this article is because this is from a Polish woman. So, she's part of the EU. She's part of the West. We need to listen to what she has to say. I wanted to play the video, but I dare not. So I did the clip, and there is a translation on the clip of what she was saying, and I'll read it to you. I mean, 85 children of the orphanage, not the building. There is a system in Europe, led by the UK, that for years has taken children from bad parents under the guise of their protection. Entire orphanages of children are sold from the war zone in Ukraine. Polish activists against human trafficking. War is the perfect scenario for child trafficking. Remember, the world is run by psychopathic pedophiles. You need to think carefully and think about what this woman is saying. And there is an arrest warrant issued against Putin for moving children from the Ukraine into Russia. And think about that. The man that saves the children, there's an ICC warrant of arrest against him. But Madeleine Albright can sit on the television, and when asked about the 500,000 children killed in Iraq, she can so nonchalantly answer, it was a difficult decision, but it was worth it. Think about this and think about your position and the morality of all of this. Think about that. And now I'm going to step off this because I really, in any case, I'm going to step off this and I'm going to come to another thing that the people in Europe, and specifically in France, the decent people in France should be ashamed. The riots this time began after police shot and killed a 17-year-old Algerian immigrant. Less than a year ago, 12-year-old Lola David was violently sexually assaulted, killed, stuffed into a suitcase and left in a carpet in a Paris building by an Algerian immigrant. There was no riots for her, no mass protests in the cities, and no outrage by politicians. No mention. Politically correctness is Europe's silent killer. You people of France, you people of France and of Paris, the decent people, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. How is it possible that there's no outrage for the abuse and murder of this young girl? Time to think. And in Afrikaans, we have a saying, dis tyd om boeke te vat, manne. It is time to take the book and listen to the silent voices that is crying against the ugly things that is being done to them. The women of Europe is in severe danger. I have spoken about it in many of my Skidmarks, and in Skidmarks that I did last year around about May, June. I have warned against this. You European men, you better wake up. Your females is under severe threat. Severe threat. So you better grow a pair and man up. If you can man up. That is so important that the woman must be protected. The European woman is in danger. Now I'm going to step off this. Please give me a like and a subscribe and share this thing. And it is really important to think about the children in the Ukraine and the women in Europe. Have a great evening.